my goodness. I cannot believe this. Anthony Rendón has signed with the Los Angeles Angels. This is huge news along with the Gerrit Cole news that happened last night. I couldn't get a video up on that, so I'm just going to mush these into one video. Oh my goodness. So Rendón just happened like as of 10 minutes ago, so I'm going to be elaborating on that first, then we'll talk about Cole. I thought Rendón would stay with the Nationals because I thought that after winning a World Series, he would just be content with staying in a great team atmosphere, a winning team. Obviously, we just won the World Series. I am shocked he went to the Angels because the Angels are two players, Ohtani and Trout. Well, now there are three players, Ohtani, Trout, and Anthony Rendón. That is going to be a stellar offense with three big bats in there, and also with Ohtani being able to pitch next year. He was able to hit this year, but he couldn't pitch. He will be able to pitch this year, this upcoming year. So that's big news for the Angels, also getting Anthony Rendón. But I think this is a boom or bust thing. Because you have a lot of money spent on three players. You're going to need really big production from guys like Tommy La Stella, David Fletcher, and guys like that. And I don't know how Cole Calhoun's another one. I can't even name people on the Angels. Albert Pujols, not anymore. But, you have a lot of money spent in three players. And this is a team sport. You see, unlike the NBA, where you need one good player to be good, unlike the NFL, where if you have a good quarterback, the NFL, okay, scratch what I just said about the NFL. Baseball is a team sport, and I'm not a huge fan of what the Angels are doing here. But I think this has the potential to be either really good or really bad. If you're an Angels fan, by the way, he signed for 8 years, $250 million, according to my sweet little elf, Ken Rosenthal. But I think that, like I said before, I'm not sure if they're going to be able to succeed with only three good players. Now, granted, you have two possible MVP candidates and the Japanese Babe Ruth. I think the Angels are going to be fine. I think they're going to get... okay. I still think the Astros are going to win the division. Even without Gerrit Cole, I still think they win the division. The A's, I feel... God. I'm a Cubs and A's fan, if you didn't know. I'm first and foremost a Cubs fan, but I also am an A's supporter, as I like to say. When the A's get hot, the A's, they are a tough team to stop, but I would still take the A's over the Angels. I think I'd put the Angels ahead of the Rays now. I don't know. It's tough to say. I mean, it's only December. We still have January, February, March. 4 months till baseball. So, there's a lot of time still to be done, but I do think you have to be ecstatic. If you're an Angels fan about this news, they're definitely going to be better than last year. If they could just get some bullpen help and maybe a second starter for Ohtani, that might be all they need, because I think I'm kind of discrediting guys like David Fletcher, Cole Calhoun, who's their catcher. Oh, God, catchers in the MLB. Who is the Angels Sorry for whoever catches for the Angels. Used to be Maldonado, but not anymore. So now, Gerrit Cole. This happened last night, so I'm a little bit late on the news. But Gerrit Cole signed with the Yankees for 9 years, $324 million. And if you ask me, this is a perfect signing for the Yankees because their main struggle was pitching. They didn't... Tanaka, Severino, and J. Happ were good, but they lacked a real, ace. Just like a strong, definite ace that you could put on the mound and get 7 good innings out of him any day of the week. They now have that in Gerrit Cole. Gerrit Cole, I think they said he hadn't lost a start since, March before the World Series. That's partly because they have one of the best offenses in baseball, banging on the dugout ceiling. That's beyond the point. But I think this really affects the Astros a lot because you went to see the Astros winning the World Series, to going to the World Series again, to losing the World Series, to have your general managers say that stuff, and then to have your cheating arise, and then you lose Gerrit Cole, and it's falling down the drain for the Astros. But I mean, they're still a good team, guys. They're still going to be in the league. Oh, I kick the Astros out of the league. They're still going to be in the MLB. They're still going to probably win the AL West. They're still probably going to make the playoffs. They're still going to most likely make the ALCS. They're not going anywhere, guys. Dodgers fans, I'm sorry. But I think that this makes the Yankees the front runners to win the World Series. But the question arises. I remember we said the same thing 2 years ago when the Yankees got Giancarlo Stanton. They're going to win the World Series with ease. These high market teams paying a bunch of money just because they have a lot of money. So your true high market teams are, I guess, Houston, New York, Chicago, the Cubs, not the White Sox, because I live in the Chicagoland area. No one cares about the White Sox. But LA, I mean, they just have so much money to spend, and they spend, and they spend, and they spend. But it sometimes gets you nowhere. But I mean, I'm not considering the Yankees a lock to win the World Series. Granted, they are probably the favorites to win, and they're probably going to be my preseason number one. Last year at the beginning of the year, I said the Astros would win the World Series. And I was 3 innings away from being right. Thanks, Alec Kendrick. But I don't know who my preseason World Series pick would be. I mean, I'm not sure. But I think it would probably have to be the Yankees. Although, I'm not sure. I mean, they had so much production. Think about it. Their team was injured to hell and back last year. They lost the aforementioned Stanton for a while. Guys like Gio Urshela, Luke Voigt stepped up. Who else was good? Mike Tauchman. The Yankees have just been so good. And I mean, they said that this is the only time they haven't won a World Series this decade. Well, the 2020s might be very generous to the Yankees. Only problem I see with this is towards the end of the 9-year deal, Gerrit Cole's production might be winding down. You're going to be paying him a lot still. But I think he's just going to be an immediate plug starter that you could start any day of the week. He'll get you 7 shutout innings. I mean, Gerrit Cole is unequivocally the best pitcher in the MLB. If you disagree with that, that's where the comment section is for. You could make the argument Rendón could have won MVP too. I mean, you basically have a Cy Young and MVP switching teams. I mean, you see, I don't understand why Rendón signed with the Angels. I thought he would just stay in Washington, stay in a winning team. I mean, Strasburg stayed. Why shouldn't Rendón stay? I mean, I don't understand why I picked the Angels. I don't know why he would go to a top-heavy AL. Because, think about it. The AL is the Yankees, the Astros. I'll throw the Twins in there. I'll throw the Indians in there, the Rays, and the A's. Those are your 6 competing teams, okay? Other than that, White Sox were bad. The Red Sox had a terrible year. The Blue Jays and Orioles, the Tigers, the Mariners, the Royals, the Rangers. They're not all good teams, and, I don't understand why he would go to the Angels. I really don't think the Angels will be that good. Granted, I still think they'll be. I think they'll have a winning record, but the AL is just so top-heavy, and plus you're going to be since you're in the West, you're going to be playing the Astros a bunch. You're playing the A's a lot. Stop sweeping the A's under the rug. They're a solid team. Also, the A's just got rid of Blake Trine, and they gave him to the Dodgers, and you might be thinking, well, that's a great loss for the A's. I mean, Blake Trine had a 4.91 ERA last year. I mean, wasn't really that good. It was mostly Lou Trevino and Liam Hendricks getting the job done out of the pen. And, you got, your random guy signed up from AAA. Jesus Luzardo pitched 3 shutout innings of the wild card game. His bullpen's going to be fine. So, I mean, he went to the Dodgers. The Dodgers, I think that's a win-win for both sides. The Dodgers get a much needed, good bullpen piece. The A's get this thing that the Yankees, Dodgers, Cubs, all these teams, Astros, they don't know what this is. And the A's have a ton of it. I don't know if you guys know the SpongeBob meme where he's just going like this with the rainbow. He's cap space. The A's have a ton of that. The Moneyball crew, I think, is going to be a force to be reckoned with this year. Watch out for the A's, baby. But I think that's going to wrap this video up. Let me know what you think about you. Hold on. Projected record for the Yankees. 102-60. Projected record for the Angels. 85. Hold on. Quick math. Okay, so wait. 81-81 is 500. You add 4 wins, you subtract 4 losses. Oh my god, math is so hard. 81. 85-77. That's my projected record for the Angels. I don't know. You just have so much money spent on the top 3 players. Although, I think my still projected AL standings are the Yankees are winning the East. I'm high on the Twins still. I think the Twins win the Central. Astros win the West. Your first wild card goes to the A's. And your second wild card goes to the Angels. I think they sneak into the second wild card. But anyway, guys, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you next time. Peace out. If any more MLB news arises, I will be on the case reporting it on Queensville Sports.